Breaking news now in campaign 2016.
Today, I'm formally entering the race for the Democratic nomination for president. Thank you.
Former Rhode Island Governor Lincoln Chafee just kicked off his presidential campaign.
He's running for a higher office despite barely registering in early polls of voters.
Eyewitness News reporter Steve Nielsen is there now live in Virginia at George Mason University.
Well, Chafee is currently still speaking right now with students. He's doing a Q&A with them right now as members of the public came in to watch the speech. The speech itself, though, where he announced his candidacy for the president, was just about a little over 10 minutes long, and it focused basically solely on foreign affairs, immediately getting to the Iraq War and the fact that he voted no to the Iraq War. That's been a sticking point for him absolutely going into this entire time, and it's something that really from Hillary Clinton. And he took a lot of different shots, you could say, at Clinton, but never actually addressed her by name. Here's one quote he said: "It's critical that the integrity of the office of the Secretary of State never be questioned." Of course, Hillary Clinton, a former Secretary of State herself. He also discussed a couple of other things that Rhode Islanders know very well about his stances on, one of them being the death penalty. He fought very hard to keep Jason Plew out of federal custody after he admitted to killing a Woonsocket man, and the feds wanted to put him to death and put him up for capital punishment in front of a jury. Lincoln Chafee fought against that. That's been one of his sticking points, and now he's saying America should abolish the death penalty, something that really came out of left field towards the end of the speech. He said that America should go to the metric system, saying there's only 3 countries in the world, America being one of them, that are still on the metric system, and that's something that he said would be a bold plan for America. But he listed several other things, again, mostly foreign policy. Let's listen into some of the speech.
We can and should do better for Native Americans, new Americans, and disadvantaged Americans. Let's keep pushing to get health care coverage to more of the uninsured. We can address climate change and extreme weather while protecting American jobs. I believe that these priorities, education, infrastructure, health care, environmental stewardship, and a strong middle class are Americans' priorities.
So Lincoln Chafee right now in the recent polls is only polling at 1%, but don't discount the effect he could have on this race as he continues to bring up Hillary Clinton and talks about her record.
Steve, can you give us an idea of the atmosphere in the room, the reaction when he made the announcement?
Well, it's kind of been a little bit of a bizarre atmosphere inside. There was no vote for Lincoln signs or anything like that in the room, and it was partitioned into 2 parts, so there's only seating for 130 people, and there were plenty of empty seats as he spoke. Very few people actually there that weren't members of the media, but when he did address and say that he was going to be running for the office of the presidency, there was some applause, and there was a couple of other moments where there was laughter at a joke and some light applause as well. Back to you.
All right, Steve Nielsen reporting live from Arlington, Virginia. Thank you, Steve.
And our in-depth coverage of this campaign 2016 breaking news continues.
Coming up on Eyewitness News at 6:30 over on Fox Providence, our political analyst breaks down the key messages of Chafee's announcement.